everybody. So I'm Jordan, and this is
Rachel.
As Friday, we got engaged.
Yeah!
It's good fun. So yeah, we just want to share our story and basically how this happened in our life. And so for me, when I was about 7 years old, I grew up in a Christian household and I got saved around then. And I didn't really have someone to kind of lead and guide me to be the man I wanted to become at that time. And so when I was 15, I moved to Atlanta, Georgia with my family and became part of a great church there. I really got to understand the basis of what it means to have faith in Jesus and what it means to follow him. And so after that, a couple of years after that, going to college, I wanted to find a church I could really be a part of and really grow and become the man I was called to be. And ended up finding this church here. So this is a great church here, and we got plugged in and did Bible studies and really began to grow and become the man that I knew God was calling me to be, and grow that character that I knew that I could just become the man that God was forming me into. And so, like maybe a year or two after that, around 2017, I went on vacation with a group of people that Daniel Shadrach led with Angelo, who's not here, I don't know. We went on vacation, and Rachel was there as well, and I asked my co-pilot to drive there and back, and I really got to know her and really see some qualities in her that I really enjoyed and wanted my future wife. And so really got to hang out and just get to know each other really well. But I knew at that time I wasn't ready to be in a relationship or become a fiance or husband or anything like that. So I decided to get a lot of godly counsel from a covenant believer gave, and really got to shore myself up in those areas right now I was lacking in. And he told me earlier this year, we met up to talk about kind of just where I was at, and he encouraged me to start praying about my future wife. And so I made a list of qualities that I wanted in a future wife, and I began to pray over those every day. And then on May 12th, I really felt, after praying about it every day for a while, on May 12th, I really felt that my future wife would be Rachel. And so I asked her out 3 days later on May 15th, and we dated for 6 months, and it's really been just an amazing time getting to know her and see her grow and see me grow and see us grow closer together and just become more like the Lord in our relationship as well. And so, on Friday I asked her to marry me, and she said
yes. So for me, I grew up in a Christian home, but I was living very separate from God and doing everything that the Bible calls sin. And when I came here, my freshman year in 2012, I was seeing that the Lord was starting to pursue me, and saw that there was more to this life, and that my sin was getting really dissatisfying. And so I started doing Bible studies and coming to church, and the Lord really just was changing my heart. And I gave my life to the Lord that year, 2013, and immediately saw that there was a lot of things that needed to change, because I had just the ways that I thought and the ways that I did things, and so really started going after those areas of my life that needed to change and to renew my mind and seek transformation in those areas. And so Marianne was the person who was helping disciple me and just learning how to walk this out in the Christian lifestyle. And so as I did that, actually one of the areas that I saw needed to change was areas of relationships. And for me, before I got saved, I didn't really want to be married because I saw relationships in the world and how they ended in divorce and just different things like that. But then as I got saved, I saw how fruitful and they could be when they were founded on Christ. And so it actually became almost like an idol in my life, though, because this idea of marriage that I really wanted came up. And even though it was from the Lord, I saw it was something that I had to surrender. And so I surrendered that area of who it would be, the timing, and just all that, because I knew if it wasn't from God, it wasn't going to last. And so, and I had heard testimonies of people coming up and doing this, and that, that they had a word from the Lord. And I was I really want to have a word about praying about who my future husband would be, because I know marriage isn't going to be easy. And so, as I did that, I continued just to go deeper in my relationship with the Lord, and I actually graduated in 2016 and became a nurse. And as I was working there, just the environment is very worldly and lustful, and so this area came back up of relationships, and there were opportunities for me to be in a relationship if I wanted to. And one day I was in church, and the Lord just spoke to me during worship, like, are you going to be willing to compromise? And I was like, no. And he said that I wasn't going to have to look outside of his church for a husband. And so then during that actual same worship session, I saw Jordan, and the Lord was like, that's going to be your husband, and that your guys' relationship is going to glorify me. And I was like, okay, that's exciting. And so then he was like, I didn't know Jordan very well, we kind of knew each other through fellowship events, but and then the Lord immediately after that, though, asked if I was going to be willing to wait. And so this was in 2017. And so I was like, yeah, for him, I'd wait, yeah, sure. And so then as I was doing that, I didn't really tell anybody what I had heard, and I just kind of continued going to the Lord, because I was like, okay, he's attractive. Is this me, or is this the Lord? And so I was just really giving that to him, and I was like, I don't really know him that well, though, and I'm not really in this friend circle, and so I was like, I'm just gonna pray that if that is from the Lord, that he was gonna do it in his timing, and that if it was him, that I'd get to know him better without having to do anything in my own strength. And so through that, actually that year, after I had heard that during that summer of 2017, we went on vacation together and got to know each other really well. And then after vacation, I was like, all right, Lord, I'm ready. And the Lord was like, the Lord spoke to me that, it's not time to get to know him, it's time to get to know the Lord more. And so I was like, okay, so I just started focusing more on what the Lord had called me to do during that season, just going deeper in that, and again, just trusting in his timing that it was going to be something that he was going to do. And in the meantime, whenever thoughts would arise about that area, I would just bring it to the Lord and pray for my future husband, and pray that if it was him, that he would have a word in here. And then he heard this year in the summer, and so we started dating. And then over this last 6 months, it's just been really great to see just his character, and how it really ministers to me about the character of the Lord, and how he's someone that I'm going to be able to really trust and follow as he follows the Lord. And so, yeah, so we got engaged, and it's everything I wanted.
Congratulations, you guys. Let's take a minute to congratulate them and give the kids over to Chris Church.